is working. So we are starting with the parallel plate capacitor. Here we are having the same plates are there. So one plate and the second plate is there. Okay, on the face of one plate, we have mounted negative charges. By induction, we get a positive charges over there. And if we see that if they are pretty close, the electric field is immediately established between these two. Okay, so these are showed by these particular lines. Now you can see that I have marked one Gaussian enclosure over there. Okay, so if I'm going for a Gaussian enclosure over there, I could count what are the charges enclosed by this Gaussian enclosure. Now, when I say enclosure, it's basically the volume I'm referring to. So, how many charges are inside this particular Gaussian enclosure? So, I could count there are 5 negative charges are there. Okay, right. So, here on the surface, I am having rho free because the conductor they are having ample supply of the charges, and we have this particular formula for the parallel plate capacitor. Okay, so let us go and see the effect of the dielectric. So here we are having a simple expression between the charge and the voltage. That charge is equal to C multiplied by voltage. Basically, is the product of the capacitance and the voltage. Now, this is the experimental fact we are checking that as soon as the piece of insulating material like oil paper or mica, okay, nowadays we are making use of this, is placed between the two plates, then one can find that the voltage difference is lower for the same charge. Okay, is lower for the same charge. So in that case, so you can see it here, right? You can see the diagram here. The same diagram, same parallel plate capacitor we are making use of. Now instead of air, we are having now dielectric material in place between the two plates. And now we go for the same size of the Gaussian enclosure. Same size of the Gaussian enclosure. You can notice that. Okay. So electric field lines are now starting from, let us say, positive end to, and it goes to the negative end. So somewhere the electric field lines are directly going to the conductor, and somewhere they are routing through the dielectric. They are routing through the dielectric. Now, what is dielectric? Right? Basically, it is an insulating material, but there is a possibility of polarization at a microscopic level. So we are getting into that particular dielectric part in the next slides. So let us understand here same enclosure over here, Gaussian enclosure over here, right? And now you can see the electric field lines are starting from the positive and they are going to the negative. But now this particular positive charge is not from the other plate. It is from the dielectric. It is from the dielectric. So how it happens? It happens in this way that as soon as we place a dielectric material between the two plates, since the closer point, right now this plate is negatively charged and this is the closer surface of the dielectric to the negative charges. So we are getting right positive charges by induction. The positive charges are getting induced on this side. Now dielectric material is not giving freedom to the charges which are there, right? Basically there are no free charges inside the dielectric material. Okay, so how it happens? It happens that the positive end of the molecules or atoms which are involved there, they are getting little shifted in the direction of the negative charges. So here what we are getting is this the positive end of the dielectric material. At the same time, by induction, when I go down, there is a negative end induced at the same time, right? Why it is so? Because we have to keep our dielectric material neutral. So when the positive end is shifted towards the negative charge on the plate, there is definitely negative end gets created at the other end of the dielectric. Okay. Now this other end is negatively charged. So we can see there is by induction positive charges are there, right? So here what is happening is when I'm going for a same Gaussian enclosure, right? Okay, I could see that some of the charges, right, are not compensated, right? So earlier case, when I'm referring to earlier case, I'm getting 5 charges, whereas in the second case, I'm getting the 2 charges, 2 net charges within this enclosure. Okay, so this is one point I'm considering. So voltage difference basically depends on the charges. We know that, right? Okay, voltage difference, right? Now, for the same charge, we are getting the lower voltage difference. For the same charge, right? I'm talking about the parallel plates. I'm not talking about the dielectric. So I'm going for the voltage difference between these two plates, right? So as soon as the dielectric is inserted, the voltage difference goes down, right? Okay, so we are not supplying any charges. We are not supplying any more charges. Okay, just the dielectric is inserted between the two plates. So voltage difference goes down, and we can see that as soon as the voltage difference goes down, the capacity, because this capacitance is in product, okay, and the charge is same on the left hand side, so this capacitance goes up, right? So that's the one conclusion we can have from this particular idea. Now let us refer to the voltage difference. Basically voltage difference is nothing but the potential difference, and when we are going to the relation between the electric field and the potential difference, definitely electric field gets reduced, okay, by this particular relation. So here when we are applying our Gauss law to this particular enclosure, which gives us the flux of the electric field, okay, which is directly related to the enclosed volume charge or volume charge density. So here we can notice, since the charge enclosed by this particular volume get reduced, the electric field also get reduced. Okay, so this is the one more conclusion we are getting.